The future belongs to athletes who see themselves as entrepreneurs, creators, and business owners. How you choose your representation and how you leverage your assets now can shape your financial future for decades. Welcome into Business Athletes, the show where we teach athletes how to move beyond their game into becoming a platform and owning their product. I'm your host, Jedediah Collins, former NFL player, certified financial planner, and your fullback of finance. Today, we're diving into game changing stories, one about a major deal in athlete representation, one about a specific athlete's representation, and one about an innovative platform that's reshaping athlete wealth management. Let's get started. First up, Goldman Sachs strikes a deal with Excel. This is a landmark moment in athlete representation. Goldman Sachs' private equity arm recently announced a deal with Excel Sports Management, a top-tier agency representing athletes across basketball, golf, F1, and many more sports. This is a clear sign that athlete representation is evolving beyond individual contracts into a global platform of talent, marketing, and IP rights. When a giant like Goldman Sachs recognizes athlete management as a rising asset class, it signals that the world is seeing athlete brands as serious economic vehicles. This will be a significant shift, a mindset shift for athletes, as your agency isn't just about negotiating your next deal or your current contract anymore. It's about building your long-term equity and ownership in companies, establishing a new or current brand value, and creating multiple income streams beyond just the one you're playing in a sport. This is the essence of what a business athlete is becoming, where you must think of yourself as a brand with a finite playing window. The length of your career may be short, but that brand value, your IP, your influence, and your overarching ecosystem is a long-term asset. Your decisions today should set up your value for many tomorrows. You are more than just an athlete. Begin to think global, scalable, and even multi-platforms for your brand. Speaking of which, and you want a great example, up next, CoCo Gauff's recent representation move. At just 21, CoCo launched her own management company, CoCo Gauff Enterprises. This move says a lot about where athlete business is heading. CoCo is taking control of her contracts, her partnerships, her entire brand story, and assuring that they all align with her vision. She's no longer looking to be represented, but now is the one looking to do the representation. Why this matters? CoCo is only 21 years of age, and she's already doing what most athletes don't think about until the final season of their career, taking ownership. Ownership beats endorsements every day of the week and twice on Sundays. CoCo is building a system where she's the CEO, the boss, and not just a player or someone swinging a racket. She's structuring her deals, creating equity. Oh, this business doesn't? You want a part of this brand, you have to create the equity. And she is also laying the foundation for a legacy that extends decades beyond her playing days. The vision of Goldman Sachs to get into this, and the vision of the current athlete breaking out and representing themselves. Look at the last podcast we had around Steph Curry moving away from Under Armour and beginning his own agency. This is the essence of being a business athlete. The last story is going to connect in a unique way. Let's focus on VestGen, a platform built specifically for athletes, both professionally and rising athletes. This new wealth management platform aims at turning an athlete's short-term career earnings into long-term wealth opportunities. Their platform features are going to include combining branding support, wealth management, and education for athletes and the families that are supporting them all into one place. Let's think about that. Your brand support, current off-the-field income, your wealth management, what you are currently acquiring as an athlete, and the education for you and your family to make sure it maintains. The platform is also structured to build long term infrastructure, not just ad hoc deals for athletes, but true infrastructure into how to create and generate in years to come. If you are an athlete, ask yourself, how are you preserving, growing, and even diversifying your wealth? What comes after your career? Partnerships that see your brand as an asset are the foundation of you starting to look at decades over some playing days. Many athletes earn big, but only briefly. They often lack guidance for smart financial planning, brand equity growth, and off the field income streams. With NIL and revenue sharing gaining prominence and dominance in today's early financial world, we need more support for these kinds of athletes now more than ever. We need to realize that long term value is built not just on your performance, but that is where it starts. But long term value then builds on your brand, your product, and your ownership, the what we are trying to teach you here at Business Athlete. An athlete's career is a launching pad, not a finite destination. Very similar to looking at money as a vehicle, look at your career as the launch pad, the introduction, how people get to know you so they can like you and trust you as a business down the road. To succeed, you must begin to think beyond your game. Build your ecosystem today. If you're not out networking, you're wrong. As a current athlete, there is no better introduction to how you can build a great team around you. Own your story, create your future wealth. Wrapping up today, the takeaway: choose your representation and how you leverage your assets now because it will make financial impact for decades to come. Whether you're a young prospect, a seasoned athlete, a parent, or an advisor, what's the common thread here? We all need to see our performance as the foundation, but identify how you will transition into owning your product and your platform. This is what creates a business athlete and their legacy. The future belongs to athletes who see themselves as entrepreneurs, creators, and business owners. And that is what we are building at Business Athletes. If you enjoyed this episode, hit subscribe, share it with someone building their own business athlete, and remember, your best move is to think big, act smart, and own your legacy. I'm Jedediah Collins with Business Athletes. Until next time, play smart, invest smarter, and build your signature.